Hello, hi everyone who's ever out there. I will wait here until somebody starts talking or wants to come up or post. Yes, it's 121 days from today till I leave. I'm kind of checking out a football game right now until I have something else going on. And all right, team I'm rooting for just went up in the fourth quarter by 1 point. That doesn't mean much. They can still lose because it's early in the fourth quarter. And they wouldn't be down this much if they hadn't turned the ball over 3 or 4 times. I mean, they're up by one, but they'd have been up by more, except for they gave points away. They turned the ball over where it was an easy field goal, so there was 3 points. The other team got just because of a turnover right there. Boom. They were in field goal range as soon as they intercepted it. Or no, I think it was a sack fumble. But that's all right. If they win, they win. If they don't, well, there's next year. That's the way I'm looking at my team, my actual team I really like. They didn't even make the playoffs this year. And I'm talking about this because I know there's very few, if anybody out there, and the ones that are out there wouldn't care about this anyway. So we're going to keep going, and if nobody comes here in a little bit, I'll bow out and mark this one as a failed one. That's what happens. Like I said, I haven't been anything up. I got something to put up later, but I'll get that put up later. That's a short video, less than a minute. Not much less, but less than a minute. So we'll get that put up later. But so I'm just waiting to see if anybody shows up. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little more excited. I did some checking on how to ship things over to the Philippines. From here, from the East Coast, it would be cost prohibitive to ship it by our own box, especially air cargo. But I probably won't ship it even by sea. It'd be very cost prohibitive by air cargo, and it's not cheap by sea from the East Coast for what I'd want to send. So I'll just pay for a second check bag. Won't be quite as much stuff being sent. Hey, Tim, thanks for coming, man. Like I said, I got 121 days left. I did check on sending a bag box from here. Now I would have to take it down to New York City if I did it from here, and it would be very cost prohibitive as far as I'm concerned for what I'd want to send over. I could do it from Indianapolis. Like I said, if I do air cargo, it'd probably be a little cheaper because it's closer to the West Coast. But still, I'm just going to pay for a second check-on bag and take some stuff that way. But that limits what I can take, which is fine. I mean, I think I got a lot of good gifts to give, or will have by the time I get everything together. But it limits how much candy I can take. You can only take up to a little over 22 pounds. That's all you can take. They consider that for your personal use. Jerry, I'll trade your cold for my cold. We got about, right now, we're not real cold. It's only -1 Celsius right now. It was colder earlier today, so it's actually warmed up some. But we did get snow most of the day. It was just real light, but it was almost throughout most of last night and most of today. we ended up with maybe 3 inches of snow. So it's not a lot of snow, just enough to make it a pain. And so, yeah. Now, yeah, like I said, I thought about doing that, Tim, sending the boxes. And I thought about doing it which way to go if I was going to do that, but I decided against it. The cost is just, to me, price prohibitive. I'm not a wealthy retiree by any stretch of the imagination. Hey, thanks, Mike. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But like I said, I was going to send more stuff, but it's like, I forget how much for the first pound if you're going air freight, and it's like $10 for every pound over that. Like, that's crazy, man. I'm not doing that. And it's about $300 for a large box if you send it by ship, and that could take up to 3 months. And so that kind of defeats the purpose of sending it overseas, if you ask me. So I'm just going to, like I say, pay for an extra not carry on. Listen to me, an extra check bag. That'll cost me $100. Now, it would have cost me more if I had to buy the bag, but I bought 2 bags, travel bags through, and I say bags, they're suitcases, they're not bags, through Amazon. And all the other stuff I bought, it built up my credit that I had to spend on something. And I think I might have mentioned this last week, but anyway, I decided to check and see how much it would cost me to get the third bag, and I got the third bag for free. So I'm going to be out $100 for the extra check bag, and that'll be it for that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jerry. They told me it could take up to 3 months to get it there, and I don't know where I'm going to be at in 3 months, and so I'd have to send it to either Dan's place or Tim's or somebody else, and I don't want to put anybody else in that predicament and I have to watch my stuff till I can get to it. That's why I thought about air cargo. That would take about 10 to 14 days. But like I said, the cost of it is just way too much money. Very cost prohibitive. It cost me quite a few $100s to send it that way. And I just don't want to do it. I'm with you, Tim. I mean, Jerry, I prefer the heat over the cold. Uh, that's why I got to leave this area. Now, Tim, you said you never received any boxes. How many did you send? Or how many was sent to you? Uh, yeah, like I said, shipping it by sea, Mike, would be the cheaper way to go. But I don't know where I'm going to be at. I just don't want to inconvenience anybody else. Because, like I said, I know I'm going to be in Cebu in 3 months from now. I do know that. But where at? Plus, now I'd have to go get the box, which, if I'm lucky, I can get it around here. And then I'd either have to take it down to New York City to have it shipped out, or I would have to stop in Indianapolis and have it shipped out from there. If I was going to ship it, I would probably try to get it out quicker, which means I would go to New York City to do it. There's no place here. There might be a place where I could drop it off, but it's going to go out of New York City. So that's something I'd have to find out. But I just thought, I really wasn't that much I wanted to send, more than what one suitcase would handle. Uh, it would be a little bit more, but it's just like I can, like maybe some more candy and some stuff like that. And then I would add some stuff just because I'm sending the box. So I would add more stuff than yeah. But I may think about that. But right now I'm thinking I just don't. I won't bother with it. Uh, we'll see, and we'll try to get it. Like I said, it would be more candy and that kind of stuff. And do I really want to send more than 20 pounds, 22 pounds of candy? And then I would have to, like I said, I would end up adding more stuff to it just to make it worth my while to do all that. So I don't think I'm going to. I may change my mind. Uh, I'll have to see. But like I said, I was informed it costs more to ship it from the East Coast. I could be wrong, maybe because you're on the East Coast of Canada and only 160. That's not bad. Uh, but we'll see. But yeah, I yeah, that I would definitely want the tracking, Jerry. Uh, it doesn't make sense to ship something without being able to track it. Uh, but if I send it right now, uh, yeah, but yeah, in Ottawa you probably have more Filipinos. Uh, I could probably, I might be able to have it picked up here, but it won't be shipped out of here. So I don't know how long they hold it before they take it down to New York City. That's all I'm going to take. That's what I'm saying, Jerry. I think that's all I'm going to take. I'll take some other stuff. I'm taking a lot more of the state map magnets than what I'm taking of the candy and the other thing I'm going to take. I'm not going to mention it because I don't want people getting mad at me because they didn't get any. Because I can't take much of it because of the weight. And but yeah, I'm taking the like I said, I'm going to take the magnets, state magnet from Indiana and from New York State. I'm going to take the dollar coins, the gold dollar coins, and I'm going to check on the new quarters. If I can find them, I'll take them. And so that's what right now. That's what I'm planning on taking. That kind of stuff. I'm not going to take a super lot amount of stuff. Uh, the ones I meet will get a little bit more. I mean, the ones I plan on meeting, like uh, LV and probably ABCM, maybe Michelle, and a couple others. There'll be more than that, but I'm just saying I'm not going to go through all the names. Uh, like Crystal, I want to give Crystal a little extra when I meet up with her. Uh, but so, like I said, I can't say I'm going to meet up with everybody, but I do want to meet up with quite a few people. Yeah. Yeah, Jerry, I think they say you can track it on their website, LBC's website. I think you can track it on their website. Uh, According to their website, I went and looked at it. I also called. Well, Jerry, I do plan on going up there eventually. That's what I'm saying. Some of this stuff will keep, some of the stuff won't. Like the candy, I don't know how well that'll keep. Uh, I do have a question for you, Jerry. You took your gimbal with you? Was you able to take that on your carry on, or was you able to put it in the check luggage? I know you got to have the uh, lithium batteries out, so I'll take my uh, gimbal. I'm going to take my carry on luggage because that's what you got to have it in, your lithium batteries. Uh, and I'll take all the lithium batteries for my camera and my uh, mics. They'll all be in my carry-on luggage. But they have little separate containers, and I'll put them in that. Except for I have one more than what my camera container can hold, and I'll have that in my camera, and I'll take my camera with me. It'll be with me. Okay. I'm not I'm taking 2 bags for carry on. One is going to be my CPAP machine and maybe some of the equipment that go with it. And the other is going to be my regular carry on. If I'm allowed to take another carry on, I don't know about that. I may be allowed to, but I don't plan on taking but those 2 things for carry on, and then I'll check 2 bags. And I'm going to put the Alethea. And like I said, they actually have a container that keeps them from touching anything, and they have a case that'll hold them. And so those are what I'll put in the my carry on. The other stuff will go in my the check bags, the other stuff. I do have other equipment that I'll just put in the check bag, check luggage. Yeah, I'm taking at least 1 cell phone, maybe 2. I'm thinking about taking a dual SIM, unlocked dual SIM that I will use for Filipino phone carriers like Globe and Smart. But what I've seen, Tim, you can take them, but they have to be in your carry-on. They can't be in the check, because if anything happens, and they can't be over a certain voltage either, and none of mine are going to be over the voltage. But the thing is, they can't be in the check, because if they would happen somehow to catch fire in the check luggage, they can't. That's down in the hold, and they don't have the way to get down there and put that out. But if it's in your carry-on and somehow they caught fire by, they're trained to get that put out in the cabin. They can do that. So you carry that in your carry-on. That's why you got to carry it in your carry-on. Yeah, but Jerry, I'm not taking Eva Air or Singapore Airlines. I'm taking United and Canada Air. That's the 2 airlines I'm using. It's the best rate I got. Maybe I should have spent more money, but like I said, I am a little more on the poorer side. Now, granted, compared to the Filipinos, I'm not poor. I'm just saying compared to a lot of the expats, I'm on the lower end of the expats. I'm not the lowest. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to make myself broke. As there's a lot of expats there that are a lot broker than I am. But I do want to watch my money. I did not want to work if I worked another year, Mike, I did look up LBC in New York. Like I said, they ship out of New York City. The air shipping is exorbitant. It's very high. Now, probably sea isn't that high, but it's they say about 3 months to get there. So if I was going to ship it by sea, I need to get it together and get it going. And I just don't know if I can get it together that quick to make it, because like I said, I would have to see if I can get it shipped out of here and how long would it take if I have it here to get down there, or would it be better for me to drive down there? Okay. Now, I'm not averse to driving down there if it gets it out of Lot City. I'm right outside of Albany, New York, and they don't have any direct shipping out of here. They do have places where you can drop it off, but everything gets shipped out of New York City for New York. I checked. Everything in this area goes out of New York City. Now, maybe up in Buffalo, they might send it up to Canada and send it. I don't know. But down here where I'm at, it goes out of New York City. Now, if I was going to have it flown out, I would probably wait and go through Indianapolis and drop it off in Indianapolis. But I'm not going to have it flown. It just costs too much. Yeah, I believe that, Jerry. That's what I said. If I wanted to work another year, I could save up a lot more money. I could afford to take a more expensive flight, uh, but I just don't want to work another year. Oh, I'm not shipping from Buffalo. If I'm going to ship it, it'll be out of New York City. I'll take if I have to. I'd take it down there myself. But like I said, it's just right now. I just I no I have to. I no I no I have to. No, I would have to go to New York City if I'm going to ship. I would I would want to make sure I got it out within a month because remember now I got February, March, April, May, so uh, I'd have to have it out by the end of February, if not a little before. I'd probably prefer out before the end of February, probably about the middle of February. So that gives me about a month to get it together if I decided to ship it. Right now, I'm leaning against that, but I'll have to figure that out for sure. Like I said, it would be more than just candy I would send, uh, but there's some stuff I would be willing to send, but I I, I won't take in the briefcase, the suitcases. I just and I need to cut back on my stuff. I'm going to send my pictures, but I'm not going to send any of the frames. And the only pictures I'm sending are ones I don't have the negatives to. If I got negatives to them, I'm not sending the pictures. I can always get more pictures printed off later, just to save the space. And then, like I said, I'm going to take one cell phone, which I plan on trying to keep my New York phone number that everybody in my family has. And I'm thinking about taking it. I got a cell phone that's a dual SIM. It's unlocked. It's a Chinese brand. It's a little older, but I think it's 5K. It might be 4K. Uh, that I think I'm going to just set that back to factory reset, get rid of everything, and then take that. It's a dual SIM, so I can get both Smart and Globe until I decide which one I really need, and maybe I'll keep both. Um, so we'll see. I Yeah, I want to do all that, get that done, and it just like I said, I'm just trying to figure out the best thing for me to do. Uh, I, I still got to set up the virtual mailbox. Well, I really got to decide if I really want to set up a virtual mailbox. I'm really torn between setting one up and not setting one up. Uh, I really need to find out, and I haven't been able to get a hold of anybody yet, but I have to get a hold of somebody. Although this Monday is a holiday, so there won't be much I can do as far as getting a hold. Won't be able to go by the bank, and a lot of these places will probably be, the virtual mailbox may not be. Maybe I can call them and see if I can get a number to call them. They have a pickup service, but I don't. I got to check to see where I can get the boxes at. I think it'll be like the. Uh, yeah, Jerry, that's what I'm saying. I thought I'd get a dual SIM that way I could try both at the same time because I hear one area may be better for SIM, and it could be in the same island. One area will be better for Smart, and the other area will be better for Globe. So if I have both, at least till I figure out where I'm going to be at and which one works best in that area, I figured it'd be probably better to have both. Uh, I got to check with my phone company and see what I got to do to be able to make international phone calls. Because I was going to call uh, the hotel I'll be staying at and see if I can have it shipped to them. I got their address, and if I ship it now, that would be more than 3 months in advance. Let's see if they'd hold it for me. Yeah, yeah. The three boxes I heard were small, large, and extra large, or maybe it was medium, small, large, and extra large. I've checked into that some, and I think they were saying for us though it was like $300. I think that's with pickup. Now, if I take it down, it might be a little cheaper because, like I said, it's got to go to New York City, and you got to pay the people up here to pick it up. Then you got to pay the people up here to deliver it down there. But I believe that was for the large. I think was $300 for the extra large. I mean, if I looked at the thing right, so like I said, I still got a month to make that decision, but I'm leaning away from doing it. But I'll check into it a little more and see what would happen if I took it down. Because if I took it down, there's a place down there in New York City where I can go in and get Filipino pesos. I can go in and buy them. There's a exchange down there. Yeah, it's 12189. Mike, it's 12189. That's my zip code right there. But so yeah, like I said, I might have been on the wrong site. It might be one of those sites that tries to charge you extra. Yeah, that's it, Mike. But I live, like I said, I live right outside of Albany. I live in a little town called Waterville, and I'm closer to Latham, but my zip code is Waterville. My mailing address is Waterville, but I'm closer to Latham than I am Waterville. Hell, I'm closer to Cohoes than I am Waterville. But that's my mailing address. That's my zip code, and so yeah. But yeah, it's I am looking forward to going. The closer we get, the a little more anxious I'll get, a little more uh, excited, nervous in a way. But it's a nervous anxiety, not nervous where oh no I can't go. It's nervous like uh, uh, I hope I can make it because until you do it you don't know. Um, I'm not worried about will I like the people. I know I will. I'm not worried about um, other aspects. It's just like well I it's been many, many years since I've been this far away from my family. I mean, I'm a long way off, but like a guy at work was saying, it's one thing to be where I can jump in the car and be there the next day. It's another thing to be overseas where it might take me 2 days or more to get there by flying. And that's true. That is something you have to think about, but my family is acceptable. They've accepted the fact that I'm going. All right, Jerry, you only have one choice, huh? Here we have the three choices, uh, and I'll have to decide which size box to send, and that will have a lot to do with how much of a difference it is. Because the bigger the box, the more you can send. It's just that simple. So what's the difference in cost? Like I said, I know it's not going air freight. That's just too expensive. I talked to him. I forget, it was so much for the first so many pounds, and then it was like $10 every pound thereafter. It was like, Jiminy. And I knew mine was going to go over the minimum cost, and if I sent stuff. So it's like, we're not going to do that. But yeah, I may ship it. But it'll be by sea cargo if I do that. But anyway, that's what's going on here. We're so looking forward to. Oh, I am. I'm so looking forward. Okay, now I did not know Hannah Jane was in Cebu City. Well, Jerry, I had to. I'm taking I'm taking some detours. I'm going from Albany to Chicago, from Chicago to Montreal, Montreal to Tokyo, and Tokyo to Cebu. And I did that so I wouldn't have to go through Manila. Well, like I said, I don't know which ones. I know Michelle is in uh, Cebu City, and Mertz is in Cebu City. But I'm not. I know there's others there. I'm just not sure who else is there. I know those two are in Cebu City, and I will meet with both of them. Hopefully, it's up to them if they want to meet or not. But hopefully, I'll meet with both of them. But now, otherwise, Jerry, I could have flew. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Thanks for coming. Now, Crystal's another one I want to meet up with eventually, and her and Mark. I'd like to meet her and Mark both. Maybe her whole family. I might just go visit them where they're at. Yeah, Des and Melina are in Leyte, Jerry. They are. They're not far from Dan and Minnie. They're over in the same area. I mean, they're not in Bye-Bye, but they're not too far from there, from my understanding. So, yeah, they're over in that area. And I do want to meet up with Dan and Minnie, but I may meet them up in Cebu City. I can't say. I'd like to meet Sammy, but she's over outside of where over outside of Dumaguete somewhere. So, but I do want to go to Dumaguete. I do want to go to Valencia, outside of Sammy and Robert's over there now. Outside of them, and if Mike's there, Mike, there are not too many people over there. I got to meet these people. I mean, there's people over there I wouldn't mind running into, but there's nobody I'm going to be planning on meeting. I mean, if Miss P is back in Valencia, Dumaguete area, wouldn't mind seeing her. There's some other vloggers over there I wouldn't mind seeing, but I'm not gonna. I gotta go see Bud Brown. I gotta go see Paul. Old Dog New Tricks. If I run into them, fine. I mean, but I'm not gonna make it to where I have to go see these guys. Now, Mike from he changed the name of his group. It's now Retirement After 60. Mike's retirement. MR. I can't remember the whole name of it, but it's Mike whatever. He used to be Mike in the Philippines. Retirement. Mike in the retirement. And it's after 60 in the Philippines now. So, and he's talking about moving. Although that's because his lease is up in a couple months, and he's got to let his landlord know if he wants to maintain it. I just watched the video of his, and the way he was talking at first was like he was thinking about moving. Then towards the end, it sounds more like he's almost talked himself into staying. But he was talking about going to Bohol, I think, and then Cebu, those two places. in Dumageddon. But I think I'll probably, the way it sounded, I think I'll stay in Dumageddon. But yeah, it's yeah. Well, I don't know if I'll meet Hop, but I'm hoping to meet Mark. Uh, but like I said, I'd like to meet Mike, married to a beautiful woman, if he's in the area when I go over and get there. Uh, but like I said, I'd like to see Sammy. Uh, so yeah, it just like I said, I can't. I do not believe I'll be able to meet everybody, and when I get to certain areas, it may be 2, 3, 4 months, 5 months down the road. Because like I said, I got to get this taken care of, and that's going to be done in Cebu. So I'll be in Cebu at least 3 to 4 months before I go anywhere. Well, I shouldn't say anywhere. Before I go anywhere extravagant, I might go over to Dumageddon for a long weekend or something. Okay, well, now uh, I would rather not meet Ming Ming and then not meet Tox. I'd rather meet Tox than Ming Ming if I had to choose. I don't know if I'll meet my Tox. I like Tox, but um, you know, uh, it's just we got to do what we can. Like I said, I do want to go up to Manila sometime, and I think Anna Mae's up in the Manila area, so I'd like to meet her. But there's a few others, and we'll see. I'm starting to think more and more about going ahead and shipping that, but like I said, I want to know where I can ship it to, and well, they may not, there, Tim. They got 40 seconds, and all they need is a field goal to tie the game and a touchdown to win it. So they got 40 seconds, and they have the ball. I got the game on. That's why I keep looking over every once in a while. And take that back. Sorry, they got 41 seconds. And I got to do something here real quick. I didn't realize that. My battery's going low. I got to get this thing plugged in. Ooh. Yeah, I forgot to plug in my computer. So the battery was getting low. It was getting ready to shut down on me. I unplug it when I'm not using it, and I didn't plug it back in, so which it doesn't hurt, I guess, to run the battery down some. So I had to plug it back in before it turned itself off. See, it wasn't as bad as I thought. It was down to 30%, so it had a little while before it shut itself off, but it was getting close enough. Hey, girlie, thanks for coming. We appreciate it. So now I don't, girlie, where are you located at? Girlie, what city or area do you live? I don't need the address, just what area, because I don't know if I'll be in your area or not when I'm in the Philippines. Like I said, I'd like to meet some of my people. Yeah, like I said, I hadn't shut down, but it was like it was letting me know it was getting low and it was getting ready to go into energy save, and the thing went down a little bit. Hey, Jaylan, how you doing, Jaylan? They got 37 seconds now. First and 10. And they got somebody jumped offside. It looked like that's what gave them the first down. Uh, like I said, though, Tim, all they need is a field goal to tie the game to send it into overtime. So you don't have to go the 60 yards. They need to go another, from the looks of it, about 15 yards or so to be in field goal range. And they got 37 seconds. So as long as he can keep getting, whoa, that was way outside. That was off. But they, 2nd and 10 and 32 seconds. Like I said, if they can get 20, 30 yards there in field goal, they only need 15, but you'd like to get a little more to make it easier on your kicker. But we'll see. And we appreciate you all coming, Jalen and Gurley. Like I said, once I get over there, I'd like to meet some of you. It depends on where you're at. I may or may not be able to do it. All right, they got the first down and they're in field goal range, Tim. And they must add another timeout because I understand that, Jerry. They don't get to see you enough. They want you around more often, which I can understand, especially if they're working and can't travel with you. Now, see, I'm going over there and I'm going to be by myself, so I'll do what I want. I'm not planning on trying to hook up with anybody. Because like I said, right now I got to get this done. I got to figure out where I want to live, all that good, happy stuff. Yes, I'm a little distracted, people. I'm an Indianapolis Colts fan. They're out of it, but I also happen to like the Bills. And so I'm trying to watch the Bills here a little bit. The game's almost over. And well, that was out of the end zone. He couldn't catch it. But well, I understand that, Jerry. But, that's understandable. Like I said, I've got nothing against meeting someone. I'm just not looking to do it. And because, like I said, I would really like to decide where I want to live, and before I hook up. Crazy kid here? Yeah, crazy. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm going to the Philippines. I'm leaving Albany, New York at a little after 6 in the morning on May 18th. And then in the Philippines time, I will get there after 10 o'clock at night on the 19th. So it will be after 10 o'clock in the morning in the United States Eastern time. So, yeah, I'm leaving. I'm finally going to retire. And I'm going to get the heck out of here. I'm going to go over there and try to decide if that's where I want to stay for good. I plan on giving myself a minimum of a year and probably longer just to make sure that I like the place or don't like the place. Because it's like anywhere else. I go from New York to Indiana, and they're totally different places, man. Just like if I go from Indiana down to Florida or to Texas or to California, every one of those places is different. And so, yeah, thanks, Troy. I really appreciate that. Like I said, I've been wanting to go for quite some time, but the situation was never right. My mom was really bad health, and she had dementia. She passed away last March, so almost a year ago. And I lost two of my sisters back in August, 2 days apart. And but they knew I was going. Already knew I was going and planning on going at that time. But my lease expires at the end of February, and I'm going to extend. I can do a month-to-month extension, and you pay more by doing that. Yeah, Troy, I'm going to give it a whirl. I'm going to give it a whirl. But so I will extend my lease by month to month by 2 months. I'm going to go ahead and stay through April although I won't be here in this apartment till the end of April. Uh, in April, sometime early April, I'll quit working. I'll get rid of all my furniture and then get the place cleaned up, turn the keys over, go back to Indiana and visit my family for a while. Then I'll come back here. I'll sell my car. I'll stop in Batavia area, visit my brother-in-law and my nephew that live in that area for a little bit, then come back down here to Albany area, visit my friends in this area, sell my car, and I'll fly out of Albany. And my total flight time is going to be around 28 hours. That's counting layovers. I will have 3 stops. I have one in Chicago, one in Montreal, and then one in Toronto, and then final destination Cebu City. And like I said, that 121 days from today here in the States. Well, 121 days from the Philippines too, because by the time I leave, it'll be Philippine evening that time. So on the same date, so maybe 120 days there. But anyway, it'll be the 18th of May. I'm leaving at a little after 6 in the morning. So I'll get to the airport before 4, just to make sure I got everything squared away, get everything taken care of. And then, like I said, I'll fly from Albany to Chicago. I'll have about a 45-minute to 50-minute layover in Chicago. I have to transfer from Terminal 1, which is a national terminal, to the international terminal, which is Terminal 2. I've already checked. It's only supposed to be a 15-minute walk from Terminal 1 to Terminal 2. So I'll do that. And then it depends. I can't say. It may not even be my 3rd meal. It depends on how I feel and how close they are to where I'm staying. Hey, Dan, if it's close to where I'm staying, it's going to be 1st or 2nd meal. I'll say that. But if it's farther than I can walk and there's places closer that I can eat at, it won't be in the first couple meals. The first day or two, I'm going to really try to relax, recuperate from the long flight. Jerry, the older you get, the longer it takes to recuperate from these long flights. You're quite a bit younger than I am. When I went over back in '99, which was 26 years ago, I had no trouble. I didn't even have jet lag going over. But I was much younger. Like I said, 26 years younger. Well, 25 and a half years younger, actually. Won't be 26 until August. But like I said, that's quite a bit younger. You take 25 years off my age, that put me in my 40s. So I didn't have any trouble going over. Now, when I came back, I had jet lag coming back, but not going over. Well, I'm going to be in Mactan. I'm going to be in Lapu-Lapu the first couple nights, Tim. Well, like I said, I can believe if I'm going to have, I really think I probably will have jet lag. And if I turn around and went back, I believe I'd have jet lag. But, like I said, I plan on 2 days of rest in Lapu-Lapu. And just taking it easy right there. And then, excuse me, and then I will go into Cebu City at the hotel I'll be staying at for 8 days, which will give me time to find an apartment or a condo. Dan was telling me that they have long-term rentals at the place I'm staying. I may check that out and see what that would cost me and just stay where I'm at. but that all comes down to cost and convenience. The place that I'm going to be staying at is going to be convenient, but the cost may be inconvenient. Like I said, I don't want to spend an arm and a leg. Oh, yes, Dan, I saw that one again. Let it go. I think I think Crystal does a great job on that. I really love that. But yeah, Troy should come on over too. Crazy Kid should come over and give it a whirl. And well, the thing is, Tim, it's only going to be 12 hours difference. Now I'm going to still be working. I'm going to be with my family. So I really don't want to get my system out of whack when I'm visiting. Because if I'm up at night, well, I'm not seeing my family because they're going to be in bed. So I'm going back to Indiana to see I have two sisters, a niece and a great niece, and a bunch of cousins that I'm going to go see. And like I said, if I decide, well, I'm going to get up at 8 at night and go to bed at 11 or 12 in the afternoon, I'm not going to be spending much time visiting with my family. And so that's not going to happen. And like I said, when I come back, I'm going to stop and visit with my nephew and my brother-in-law in Batavia. Then I'm going to come here and visit my friends. And that's going to be very close to time to go when I come back here. I'll sell my car, probably get a rental car from the airport if possible, so I can just drop it off at the airport and not have my friends have to take me over because I'm going to have to get up around 2 to get ready to go. So I'll probably get a hotel room. And maybe if the hotel's got shuttle service to the airport, I might do that. Just get a hotel room where they have shuttle service if it's not too expensive. And then I get up and that has one all night because, like I said, I want to be there before 4 in the morning. My plane takes off a little after 6, but I want to make sure I got everything, all my T's and crossed, my I's dotted. I'll make sure that as much as I can before that as well. Making sure I guess get the printed tickets as well as the phone. So yeah, we're getting there. We're starting to think more and more stuff I got to do. I'm gonna have to get rid of more and more stuff. I'm gonna have to start going through stuff, throwing it away or giving it away. All right, Dan. We won't be crossing won't be crossing paths because I'm not going through LA. No, I'll actually probably be awake until after I fly out of Montreal. Going to Chicago, that's only about a little over an hour flight. That would just make me really groggy and grumpy. Going from Chicago to Montreal is not a real long flight, although there is a decent layover there. Well, I don't know if I'll be taking sleeping pills, but I'm going to try to sleep when we leave Montreal. And that's going to be the longest flight from Montreal to Tokyo. And then from Tokyo to Cebu won't be that long. I don't know if I'll be able to use my CPAP on the machine on the plane. If I can, I will. That would definitely help me get to sleep. I do have a neck brace that I use when I sleep to help keep my jaw shut. And so we're going to do what we can to get some sleep. And, oh, well, Tim, I don't know if you noticed it or not, but they are in the overtime. Denver got the ball first, and they're not moving it. It's third down and looks like 12. So it's at least 11, if not 12. Third and 11. Okay. We'll see. But yeah, it really is uh, starting to set in the reality of it. Uh, uh, and the more the reality sets in, the more I realize I really got to start certain things I got to do that I haven't done yet, such as going through and decide because I could be throwing stuff away right now. I just haven't been doing it. I need to go through and say, all right, I'm getting rid of this, I'm getting rid of that. Now the furniture, I can't do that because I'm going to try to sell it, get what I can out of it. So you got a dual monitor. Well, I'll probably, if I do ship something over, I may ship a monitor over. I got a 27-inch monitor that's curved. I got the box for it, so I might ship that over if I do ship stuff. But there's a good chance that I just buy another one over there instead, because you're taking a chance on whether or not it gets broke, whether or not don't have any clue what would happen. Uh, but that's something I would think about. But I have this little stand here that I have my laptop set up on that I would probably ship it. It wouldn't. There's not much weight at all. But I can take it apart. I got the box to put it back into. It gets it up off the table. Lets the airflow underneath it. Uh, and if I decided to set the monitor up, I'd probably set the monitor up on it, the laptop underneath it, and hook them up together. There's a way of doing that, but we'll see. That's something I have to figure out. But yeah, I really am. Like I said, the closer I get, the more I realize, man, I've been procrastinating so much that I got to get busy. Like I got this stuff that my sister gave me, and do I send that over? If I ship, I'll send some of it over. I got some stuff I would not send over because I'm afraid to get broke. I just soon give it to a relative. Stuff that my sister made for me. I got this. You can use it as a flower pot. I got it set up as a big candle. I mean, the candle chimney, that big one. There's two angels with their wings going back, touching each other, and they're facing out away from each other. And my sister made that, and so I would not want that to get broke. I would be afraid if I send it, it would get broke. I'd just as soon give that to somebody else. Uh, but yeah, like I said, I got the couch, the chair, even the TV. If they want to buy the TV, they can buy the TV, or otherwise I'll give it to somebody. But all that stuff, a lot of that stuff I can't do till the end. But I do have to start taking the pictures down. The frames I'm not sanding. Even if I would ship it, I don't think I'd take the frames. That sounds like a nice little trip there, Dan. I mean, Taipei. I've never been to Taipei. I've been to Taiwan, but not Taipei. I was in Kaohsiung when I was in the Navy. I've been to Hawaii. Hawaii was a very nice place. I spent a couple of days there. My older brother was stationed at Pearl Harbor. Now, I was there, but I was not stationed there. My ship pulled in. One time it was just one day. The next time it was 3 days, 2 days. So I spent 3 days there, but only 2 days at one time. Really nice place. Gorgeous weather. Can't afford to live there. And not a cheap place to live. And so it just, yeah, it really is a nice place. You'll enjoy it. Uh, Now, a friend of mine, my friend that lives here, she was there and she took a trip up the mountain. And now you could ride a bike down. I wouldn't do it because from what I hear, it's really steep and you really can't enjoy the view because you really got to watch the road. because you could go off on the side of the cliff. You're going down a mountain there. But I wouldn't mind going up and seeing the view, and then maybe riding back down in the vehicle, unless you had a really good brake on your bicycle, because you're riding a bicycle now, and you'd have to be on your brake most of the time. I just don't know how wide the road is. It would really be something I would be hesitant to do. You can't afford to stay longer than 15 hours in any place not Philippines because a 3 week vacation would turn into 2 weeks. Yeah, because of the cost. I understand it. I'm not staying anywhere, but hey, ABCM, how you doing? Thanks for coming. I'm not staying anywhere until I get, like I said, I'll have an hour or 2 hour layover, but I'm not spending a day anywhere. I'm with you. I wouldn't want to do it. Now, once I'm in the Philippines, and if I decide I want to go out, that's different. That's a planned trip. It's a vacation from your vacation, or a vacation from your retirement, which I can understand doing that. But that's not something, I would do at the start of it. And remember, I'm retired, so I would have more than 3 weeks. I don't blame you, Tim. I mean, like I said, 3-4 weeks, they're a nice little vacation time. And it gives you something to do and lets you adjust to the time frame a little bit. And like I said, when I went to China I went for 3 weeks when I went to China. And I would have loved to have gone for 4, but I didn't have 4 weeks vacation. I was over there for about, hey, Ian, thanks for coming. You too, Shane. We appreciate it. I spent a little over 21 days actually in China when I went. I had 24 days vacation. But the other days were spent traveling, traveling there, traveling back, that kind of stuff. But I actually spent about 21 days in China when I went to China back in '99. But yeah, I don't think I'd want to go that far without spending at least 3 weeks. Now, some of the people that went with me, when they found out I was going, they wanted to know if they could go, and I said, I don't care. I went with a friend, and they were friends of my friend. And so they went, but they only went for like a week. I would not have enjoyed that at all. And they were always in a hurry. Hurry. The less time you have to spend there, the more you want to run. All right, Jerry, you take care, man. I'm hoping my sister can put up with me for about 3 weeks. When I go back to Indiana, I plan on staying with one of my sisters. And I hope she can put up with me for 3 weeks. She's done over a week before without complaining. She's done almost 2 weeks, so hopefully she can do 3. Because that's about how long I plan on going back to Indiana. About 3 weeks. Come back here. Like I said, I'll spend maybe a week in Batavia, if that long. Then I'll come down here, spend a few days here, and then I'll fly out. All right, enjoy your virtual trip to Tarlac. And yeah, it's going to be a strange trip because, like I said, every time before I've gone, like I said, when I went to China, when I've gone to other places, every time before you always knew there was an end date and you were coming back, and you knew when the end date was. This trip, there's no end date. And if there is, I have no clue when it is. Because like I said, I promised myself at least a minimum of staying there 1 year. And I'm thinking a year and a half or more minimum, so I can move around if I don't like where I'm at to find a place that I like. Cebu may just be too polluted. I'm talking about air pollution, noise pollution. Uh, it's just, too big and too busy. I don't know. Now, when I was a younger man, I'd have to say that I'm not worried about that, but I am as an older man. I'm not going to be out running into bars and all that good, happy stuff. I know there's a lot to see and do in Cebu that will keep me happy for a while, but overall, am I going to like the place to where I say this is where I'm going to stay and live? Dumaguete is a nice place to go see there in Valencia, but there again, that may be too small. Uh, you just until you go and check it out, you don't know. I mean, Iloilo looks like a gorgeous place. They got that nice big river walk. They got bicycle friendly lanes where they're actually protected from the traffic. I will. I'm going to do that closer to the time to go. Uh, I got to figure out, do I really want to buy a real ticket with maybe a chance to where I can cancel it? Because I can cancel my tickets right now up to a couple of days before I go and get a full refund. So maybe I'll do that. I just haven't decided. Uh, it depends on what they would cost me. If I can get a onward ticket for, like, let's say to well Thailand or Vietnam or Cambodia for less than $50, and where if I cancel it, it's a refund or most of it's refund. That's what I would do. But yeah, it just like I said, it's that is one thing I have to figure out yet. Still is the uh, like I said, I still got to figure out the virtual mailbox. Uh, I've already figured out how to handle my banking problems. Uh, there's I'm torn between two different ways to ship things, and e-travel I can't do until I'm reading my list. I can't do the e-travel registration till a couple days before you leave. I'll probably do it the day I leave. Uh, I have the visa, I have the passport, all that's taken care of. I have the money that I want situated. I will have it by the time I leave. I know how much money I'm taking with me. So a lot of that's already taken care of. But like I said, the well, Tim, they may just lost this game here in a minute. They're in overtime. Denver's got the ball, and the next team that scores wins. So we'll see, Tim, if you're still here. But yeah, it's like I said. Now what I got to do is start going through, uh, deciding what to throw away, what to try to sell, uh, all that good happy stuff, and we'll see. And like I know, I've already donated some shoes that I'm no longer wearing. Hey, Hannah. Now, Hannah, where are you located at? ABC, where if you're still here, where are you at as well? I'm wondering who I'll be able to see while I'm in Cebu. Yeah, but I don't know if Clark's any more expensive than Cebu. Okay, now, Hannah, when I get to Cebu, we'll have to get together sometime after I get there. I plan on meeting up with Michelle and Mertz, and if anybody else is there, try to meet up with them as well. Uh, well, Jerry, remember now, uh, I don't speak Tagalog or Visaya. or Sawaddle or any other native language. So until somebody tells me how to pronounce it, I pronounce it the way it looks to me. I could say Dumaguete, but it's Dumaguete to me. Baton, the Bastards of Baton, I believe is right. Now you got to remember also, Jerry, you look at bye bye. If I pronounce it the way we would pronounce it, it would be Bebe. But I've been told it's bye bye, so I pronounce it correctly. Now, Olongapo, I was told that's the correct way to pronounce it. It's the way it's spelled. Olongapo is right outside of Subic Bay. And I know when I was in the Navy, we always called it Olongapo. Hey, Minnie, thanks for coming. But so, it just, I'm just trying to figure out what to do and where to go and who I'm going to be able to see. And like I said, the first 3 or 4 months, I'm going to be in Cebu. And what the heck? All right. It looks like the Bills going to lose on their defense. But yeah, it just, like I said, hey, Leah, how y'all doing? AC, how you doing? Thanks for coming. But yeah, we're like I said, starting to get a little more anxious about getting things done, get ready to go. So like I said, I got about 4 months, and let's be honest about it. 120, divide 120 by 4, that's 30 days with one left over. So I got just a little over 4 months because one of the months is actually only 28 days. February is only 28. But you got 31 days, a couple months too. So like I said, I got just a little over 4 months. So I understand that, Dad. Christina, how you doing? And so like I said, I'm really looking forward to finding a nice, comfortable place to stay at in Cebu City there. I want to stay in the city or close to it. I prefer in Cebu to be in the city, only because of how much of a hassle during certain hours it would be to travel into the city. And whereas if you live in the city, hopefully I'll be close to places that I like that I can walk to them. And then when I can't, take the public transportation. Hey, Elmira, how you doing? So yeah, we're starting to get very anxious to get things done. But like I said, I gotta slow down and make sure I do it right. I got a bunch of trash I need to take out. I got a bunch of clothes I need to go through and say, well, I don't want this, I don't want that. Let's get rid of this. I already got rid of a couple hooded sweatshirts and brand new ones too. I mean, brand spanking new, never been worn. I've never worn either one of them, but I already got rid of them because I knew I wasn't going to wear them. So I already took them down to a clothes donation place, and one of them even has brand new tags still on it. And so I did that. And so, yeah, it just, here we go again, Well, right now we'll see because they're setting up for a field goal. Oh, you idiot. Tim, the defensive players are costing this game. They just kicked the player out because he was an idiot. He started arguing with a ref and took his helmet off and slammed it on the field. So all they got to do is kick a field goal and the game's over. And the Bills lost. The defense cost them this game. That player that did that, he'd be gone if that was my team. He would not be back next year. Yeah, this is only a 24-yard attempt. If he doesn't make this one, you got to say God's on Bill's side. But they folded. I have to go along with him on that. And that was the defense that did it. I mean, they went down and scored a field goal to tie the game to send it into overtime. Neither team was doing anything. Neither team in the overtime. Bill's defense gave them this game. They had a couple pass interference calls, and that guy's slamming his helmet on the field. That was another penalty that moved him even closer. So if they miss this field goal, that's man, that kicker's going to be in a world of hurt because this wins the game if he hits it. Here it goes for the win, and straight down the middle. They just won. So that game's over. And the defense cost them that game. But yeah, it's so. But yeah, it's but yeah, I just, like I said, I can't wait to leave. I'm leaving at 6, a little after 6 in the morning in the U.S. It'll be a little after 6 in the afternoon on the 18th in the Philippines. I will arrive on the 19th, and that's on the 18th. I'll arrive on the 19th, a little after 10 at night in the Philippines, which will be a little after 10 in the morning in the U.S. So it's about 28 hours. That's counting my layovers. My layovers add up to over 4 hours. So less than, I believe it'll be less than 24 hours flying, but it'll be over like 4 to 5 hours layover. So about 23 hours flying, about 5 hours layover. Because like I said, I got about 45 minute to 50-minute layover in Chicago, a little over an hour in Montreal. I can't remember exactly how much, but it's over an hour. And then it's over 2 hours in Tokyo. So I know it's over 4, but it may add up to 5. I can't remember. And then the rest of the time is, yeah, Michelle's here, or she was. Is it her birthday? Well, happy birthday, Michelle. We're getting close to when my mother's birthday would have been the 20th of this month. And if she was still alive, she'd be 100. But, she passed away, so she didn't want to live to be 100 anyway. So she got her wish. But yeah, it is 121 days. Man, I can't wait. I am so ready to retire. And I mean, the job I have is not bad. Don't get me wrong. My job is not hard. I don't mind doing it. It's just, I'm so tired of having to get up and go to work. I'm so tired of, especially during the winter, I'm tired of winter. And, I just, yeah, Dan, yeah, let's go. I'm ready. If I can afford it, I'd leave now. I'd just give my 2 weeks notice and be gone. But I need to keep working. Like I said, I got to have to work all of March so I can pay for March and April's rent. Because my rent jumps up. It will jump up more than I want to pay for a place in the Philippines. Oh, that's kind of work I'm looking forward to, though, Dan. But yeah, my rent's going to jump up over $400 a month. People, that's over 2,000 pesos a month. It will jump up more than that for March, and then April will jump up another about $100 a month because I'm not signing a long-term contract. The only way it wouldn't jump up that much is if I signed another year contract, and I don't want to sign a year. I don't want to work another year. I'm so ready to get out of here. Oh, Tim, that's all right. That's the kind of work I'm willing to do. I'm willing to pull in the work to be retired. All right, I'm ready to take on that job. If I got to find work to do to fill my time, it'll be at my pleasure to do it. Because I'll be doing it at my pace. I'll be doing what I want to do when I want to do it. So that's the kind of work I want to do. And like I said, and I've said this before, and I've told other people this. If I decide I can't stand being retired, if I decide I just can't take it, I can come back and get another job. It's not like my job is something I can't find again. I just won't come back here. I'll go somewhere warm and work. But I hope I'm not that addicted to work. I really don't want to work till the day I die. I really just don't want to do it. But if I do go back to the States, Jerry may have company in Texas or maybe in Florida. I don't know. It's going to be in a state that's warm, that doesn't have taxes. There's certain parts of Florida I can afford to live in. I don't know how much I'd like that area. There are areas in Texas and Florida both that I can afford to live in, working part-time or maybe full-time. I could probably do it working part-time in both those places. But yeah, we'll meet at the Dunkins there, buddy. We'll have coffee and a donut. Abby, how you doing, Abby? Thanks for coming. I want a cinnamon roll or a coffee cake, whatever you call it. I always call them cinnamon roll. But I heard one place they call it a coffee cake. I hope you are enjoying your Sunday, Abby. I'm having a great Saturday night. Looking forward to being D-Day, as in Departure Day, where I actually leave, or Departure Eve, actually. That'll be the most exciting part. Will be, you're leaving the very next morning early. And I think I've told y'all what channel fever is in the Navy, but it's just to go over it again. Channel fever is when you're getting ready to pull into port or take off and you can't sleep because you're excited. I'll have to think about it, Abby. I'm trying to get my money straightened out. Yeah, I know, Tim. Texas or Florida, neither one have state income taxes. That's why I would consider both those places. But got distracted here. But like I said, I've never suffered from channel fever. The night before, I've always been able to sleep before we pulled in. It's never bothered me. But on this adventure, I'm wondering if channel fever is going to kick in the night before I leave, because maybe I won't be able to sleep because I'm so excited to get going. That I'm kind of interested to find out. Like I said, I've never suffered from channel fever. I've never suffered from seasickness. I've never suffered from air sickness. I've always been fortunate in that. We'll have to find out when I go this time. Will I have channel fever or not? And if I do, I think I'll be able to sleep on the plane. If I couldn't sleep before I go, I think I will be able to fall asleep on the plane going from Montreal to Tokyo, and I might be able to sleep a little bit going from Tokyo uh, to Cebu. We'll see, and I'll let you all know if that happens. I'll let you know one way or the other. And so we're just counting the days down. As you can see, next one will have 114 days till departure. Uh, so, but yeah, we're just, and I'll know a little bit more. Tim and Mike, especially and Jerry a little bit, but Mike more has got me thinking more and more about maybe sending a box. Uh, but like I said, I want to find out if I can, if I have to have just hold it at the LBC uh, area there, or if I can have them sent to the hotel I'm going to be staying at, and if they'll hold it. And if that's the case, then we may do that. And but yeah, we really are. Uh, I I am a procrastinator about certain things, and cleaning this place up is one of them. That's one of the reasons why it's going to take me a while to get this all straightened out. I have a bunch of movies, uh, music CDs I got to go through, and none of those are going with me unless I send a box. I will not take any of that. If I send a box, I may send some of it. So that's something I got to figure out for that. Uh, yeah, Tim, like I said, I've never had channel fever in my life. I've always been able to sleep through the night, but it's this is a different type of experience for me. I mean, yeah, you would think pulling into Hawaii or Japan or the Philippines would have maybe gave me some excitement, but it was like I was able to sleep until we got there. People had to wake me up. They had to get me up to go to start work. I was not like, oh well. Same thing when I went into Hong Kong. I just slept. I never had trouble sleeping when pulling into someplace. I've always enjoyed going. I've always enjoyed to travel, but I never got so worked up and so excited about getting somewhere. Even after 27 days at sea, and you pull in somewhere, like when we pulled back into San Diego after 27 days at sea, I slept. It was all right with me. I mean, we got there when we got there, and my not being able to sleep didn't get us there any quicker. And I guess that was my mindset. My not sleeping didn't help. So I just slept. I was always able to sleep. I've been able to sleep on planes before. I slept on the plane going to China and coming back. I slept on planes going to San Diego when I was in the Navy and coming back to Indiana. Uh, Now, I didn't always get the best sleep doing that, but I was able to sleep. So hopefully I'll be able to sleep going over, and hopefully that'll help alleviate the jet lag. I don't know. Maybe that's what kept me from getting jet lag going over, but it didn't help me coming back. I got the jet lag coming back. But yeah, like I said, we'll let you guys know each week if there's any progress. There may not be next week, but we'll let you know if there is. Uh, I really need to figure out something about the virtual mailbox. One of the things I got to find out is, I have to change my address because my apartment I don't think would be a good thing to keep as my address. But should I get like a friend's address and then transfer all my mail to there? Or should I get my nephew's address and then have all the mail transferred from there to the virtual mailbox? Or will their mailbox equate? Like I'll need to get a new driver's license to show my new address. Or don't I? That's what I need to check with the virtual mailbox. If I go with the virtual mailbox. If I don't, I'm going to change my address to my nephew's and then see what happens. And maybe I can set it up while I'm overseas. If I decide I need it. That's something I got to check into. And I'll try to get that done this week, hopefully. And I'll let you know what I find out next week. But anyway, well, I've been going, rambling, and stumbling over everything, and for an hour and a half, a little over. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down. I only got about 4 people watching. And now, Hannah, I hope to see you when I get to Cebu sometime after I get there. Abby, let me know where you're at. If I get in that area, maybe we can get together and meet up. I'll have to check to see if I can send you something. I don't know. Because like I said, I'm trying to get my money straightened out. I hate to tell you what I just had to spend this month. It breaks my heart how much money I had to spend this month. But it was stuff that I needed, either for the house or to get ready to go. But yeah, it was actually more than what I make in a month. So it cuts into my savings. But that's not your fault. That's nobody's problem. Tita Marie, how you doing? I'm just getting ready to shut down, Tita. Thanks for coming. I've been going for about an hour, a little over an hour and a half. And things were starting to slow down here. But nobody seemed to want to come up and talk, which is fine. I have the ability to ramble on for a while. And that's all right, Tita. I'll be here again next week. I start at 7 o'clock U.S. Eastern Time, which would be 8 a.m. in the Philippines. I just try to get it going, and I talk for a while, and if people come up, I've been known to go for over 2 hours, Tita, but it seems to be a little slow today, and Dan, don't scare me like that. Yeah, I got StreamYard. I do have StreamYard. Michelle, I heard it's your birthday, so happy birthday. Yeah, I appreciate that, Tim. I got Dan's as well. And I got to, when you have hair like this, it's kind of hard to have bedhead. But I'm going to be growing my hair back out a little bit. I'm also going to grow my chin whiskers before I go over. They say that, you make sure your picture on your passport looks like you. Well, my as you can see in my book, my picture for my YouTube picture, I have a chin whiskers. Well, I have that on my passport as well. So I'm thinking about growing that back. I won't do that till April if I do it. And then after I get over the Philippines, I'll probably shave it back off. Because I think it, although I may grow it down and hide this, trying to hide that. But yeah, I got to get this fixed up. And there's so much things I got to do when I get to the Philippines. But like I said, my rent's going to go up, not next month, but the month after. Oh my God. It's going to go up over $400 a month. Then I'll go up another $100 a month after that because I didn't sign a long-term lease. But if I sign a long-term lease, I'm stuck here for another year, and I don't want to be here another year. I just know I'm getting to the age where I got to start thinking, if you can do it, you got to do it. Because the longer you put it off, the less time you're going to have over there. But right now, I still have fairly good health. Who knows what it'll be like in a year? So I got to do it now. That's why I'm just going to do a month to month for 2 months and then shut everything down. If they can still tell it's you, you're probably all right. But from my understanding, at least here in the States, they want your picture. They want to be able to look at your picture and know it's you. So if your hair color makes your looks that much different, I would dye it back. Yes. I don't think my goatee would make that much of a difference, but I'm not going to take that chance. I'll grow it back just to. I'd rather play safe than sorry. Uh, you could have other people tell you. Now, remember, you got to have 6 months left on your passport too, for when you leave, and I think enough to have 6 months before you come back. Now, mine doesn't expire until 2033, so I got plenty of time on mine. So I not even close to need the new one. But Dan, I think you better grow hair back. See, I was already going gray. I've been gray a long time. I'm not worried about that. And what the hair I had before went gray with a light blonde, so going gray didn't change the looks that much. Yeah, like I said, Dan doesn't need to dye his hair. He didn't have any. What can I say? Uh, I don't have much left at it either, but I'm going to grow it out a little bit just so it looks a little more like the picture. Like I said, I don't want to take any chances. That's why I want to get to the airport. They say for domestic flights, uh, there you go. Like I said, for domestic flights, they say to get there an hour before your departure. I plan on getting there at least 2 hours, uh, just just in case there's any hassle. Uh, if it was now international flights, they say to get there a couple hours, but because I'm already in the airport and going from Terminal 1 to Terminal 2, I don't have to go through another checkpoint. Uh, I have 45 minutes to 50 minutes to get over to Terminal 2 from Terminal 1, and it's a 15-minute walk from uh, when I looked it up, that's what they said it was. So that shouldn't be a problem there. And then the other ones, I got a hour and a half, I believe. Let me look here real quick. And I got I got an hour, almost 2 hour layover. Depends on how I'm looking at this. I'm not sure. No, I got an hour layover. and I got a 2 hour layover. So yeah, it just. But like I said, once I'm in the international uh, airport or terminals, I'll stay in the international terminal, so I won't have to go through the check-in again. And but I'm thinking about checking for it with the Chicago one. Just let them know that hey, I can walk, but I may need help, assistance. Uh, but we'll see. Like I said, the once I'm in the terminals, uh, it depends on how far is one terminal from the other, and that's what I got to find out. Because if it's a good little walk, then I'm going to need help. I can walk, and but I do have a fallen arch, which gives me trouble. Uh, I believe you can, but there's also a U.S. embassy in Manila, so you might have to go up there. But like I said, I got to 33 before I have to renew my passport, so I got plenty of time to worry about that. Uh, but yeah, you can do it in the Philippines, but I don't know if you do it online and they send it from the United States, or if you can do it in the Philippines at the embassy and then they send it to you. I'm not sure. Uh, for some reason, it doesn't show up there, but it shows up here. What's going on here? I think you renew your passport at the consulate or embassy when living overseas. I think you're right, Dan. I know you, but I don't know if when you renew it, do they give you a new one there, or do they give you the thing showing it's been renewed, and you have to wait for it to be shipped to you? Uh, but well, like I said, I will uh, get my tickets at least 2 days in advance. I've already booked my tickets; everything's booked. Uh, but I'm gonna right now. I'm thinking about taking an extra check on. Now, if I ship it, I probably won't take an extra check on. So that's something I got to figure out. All right, Tim, you said you renewed yours twice. Now, you did it in the Philippines. Was you able to get it from the embassy, or did they have to mail it to you later? That's the question I do. I mean, I don't have to worry about it till 33, but I know you need to do it more than 6 months in advance to make sure you get it in time. But are you not been? So you done it online, or did you? How'd you do it, Tim? Dad will probably have to do his here soon. But probably it's the same. Probably the same thing for Canadians as well, Tia. Uh, I know a lot of the rules are pretty similar. Uh, All right, through the outreach. Now, did they send it to you from the embassy outreach, or did it come from the states? Your new passport. Well, mine's good for another. Like I said, mine's good for till 33. So mine's good for another 7 years. So I'm good for now. Now, when I go to renew, I probably won't have the chin whiskers, and I'll probably even have less hair. So, but that'll show in the new picture. So, but like I said, right now, my plan is to stay there permanently in the Philippines. But if I can't find a place that I enjoy, a place where I feel comfortable, then I may come back to the States. Yeah, well, I still got my side and I got the back. Just the top is going. And so I may become hairless. Okay. I know that's included in the cost of whatever it costs you to pay, and I'm not asking. I don't. Doesn't matter because it'll change by the time I get have to do mine. The cost of the passport will change. But so yeah, I hope to find a place that I really like. Uh, yeah, they got a place in Cebu. Uh, it's I'm trying to. It's in not in Mactan. It's in uh, it starts with an M. That part of Cebu right there before you go across to Mactan. Mandawi, is that it? Uh, they've done things on. Some other people have done things where they went and renewed their. Did some renewal stuff there. That's American, not embassy, but a consulate. They have a consulate in Cebu, and I think you can go to the consulate, probably renew it, and they'll come from the embassy. That's probably the way it's going to be. But yeah, so yeah, we're like I said, we are getting to where we're starting to get a little more uh, anxious. I'm not sure. It could be the waterfront, but there's supposed to be some expat hangout at the, it's I don't know. I don't think it's a hotel. I think it's a, a mall down there. Not on Mactan. No, no. It's before you cross over into Mactan. It's still on Cebu's side, but it's from my understanding, it's yeah. If you're late April, you'll miss me because I won't get there till middle to late May, and yeah, maybe we can catch up next year. Like I said, I don't know if I'll be in Cebu, but I can always bounce over. Because, like I said, right now I plan on. I'm looking at anywhere from 4 months to a year in Cebu. Is what I'm thinking. Making Cebu my home base. If I don't really want to stay in Cebu for good, that gives me a place I can leave most of my stuff, go somewhere for a week or so to check it out, come back, and then go somewhere else a little later and kind of do that. And so that's what I'm thinking about doing. But I want to find a place that I'm comfortable as far as living. Maybe, I don't know if I told y'all or not, I plan on staying at 18 Suites there in Cebu for a few days. But I don't know if that's where I'll end up staying. Dan said something about they had monthly or long-term rental agreements. I know Dan stayed at another, I think it was a different place where there was a covered area that you can go sit outside and drink your coffee. And you paid so much a week to have somebody come in once or twice a week to clean your apartment. That may have been a Suite 18 he may be talking about. But I was thinking it was a condo that he had a studio, and they were thinking about getting a one bedroom, if I remember right. There's some vloggers. Michelle is a vlogger. Michelle Life is a vlogger there in Cebu City. Mertz, don't ask me to pronounce her last name right now, but she's a vlogger in Cebu City. Hannah Jane is in Cebu City, and there's some others as well. Now, not all of them are, I don't think all of them are vloggers. I know Mertz, Michelle, they are. But Hannah Jane, I think, is a vlogger as well. So I'll try to meet up with all these people. Probably one at a time. Maybe we'll do a big get together. I don't know yet. But that won't be I'll be there probably close to a month before I do that. I'd like to have everything figured out where I'm at, what I'm going to be doing. That good, happy stuff. But we'll see. So, yeah, I do know some vloggers there. There's some vloggers. Like I said, I want to go over to Dumageddon. There are some vloggers over there, but I don't have any plans for meetups over there. Yeah, another thing that helps me with Cebu, if Jerry's still here, which no, he's gone. Dan can tell you. There was a vlogger we used to follow called Chris in Cebu. Now, he went around the Capital District a lot in Cebu City. And so that area, I kind of know a little bit from, because he did live streams walking around mostly the Capital District of Cebu City. And that's how I met Dan, was through Chris in Cebu. That's how I met Jerry and a few others. And that's back before I ever even started vlogging, ever even thought of started vlogging. And then I mentioned on that thing that Dan was a vlogger to try to help him out, get a few more followers. So he just quit. I don't know if he's still in Cebu or him and his wife moved somewhere else. I haven't heard. I was always a big fan of Chris. I loved his live streams. The man could walk around and hold a conversation and watch out for what he called landmines, animal droppings, shall we say, and also broken sidewalks. He was really good at doing a walking live stream, real good at it. So I followed him for a long time. And actually, I followed him right up until he quit doing it. I just never heard anymore and don't know what happened to him. But like I said, so a lot of that area is going to be a little familiar. I'm sure there's been some changes. Yeah. Unicorn. I can't remember her real name, but she was known as the Unicorn. And then he would take his daughter to the school. They'd get together and he'd go with her on the jeepneys to get her to school. Then he'd go pick her up and bring her back so she wouldn't, didn't have to be by herself. Now, actually at school, she hung with her friends and all that stuff. And the older she got, the little more freedom she had. She would be in college age by now. But she was just a grade school when I started following her. Not her, but Chris. And matter of fact, Chris is the first one I started following live streams. Before Chris, all I did was watch videos. And Chris is the reason why I started not my channel in that as doing videos, but why I signed up and got a channel. because you couldn't make comments, you couldn't ask questions if you didn't have a YouTube channel. You didn't have to have content. So I started my channel. I just went by my name, Larry Lee. And, but there was another guy named Larry G. There was another guy who was Larry B. I believe his initials were B. I don't know what his last name was. Larry G, I think his name was G-E-E. But Larry G, Larry Lee, Larry B. The names were quite similar. Hey, Jenna, Mike, Journey, how you doing? Thanks for coming. So anyway, I changed my name, my channel name, to Lazy Larry. And I was watching either I just got home from work or I was late because I was at work and I had to wait till I got home. I'm doing quite well, getting excited, getting nervous. So anyway, like I said, I changed my name to Lazy Larry. And people kept asking me, why Lazy Larry? And so I did my very first video was a talking head video explaining why I used the name Lazy Larry, and how I got the nickname Lazy Larry. And then people were telling me, hey, Larry, we can't find, we type in Lazy Larry and all these cartoons keep coming up. And so I went in and checked myself, and there was a cartoon character called Lazy Larry. And you had pages of his stuff to go through. So I thought, well, just add my last name, see what happens. So I changed my channel to Lazy Larry Lee, and boom, I was the first one to pop up. So I did a couple between, but I did another one on explaining why I changed my channel name to Lazy Larry Lee. And so I've kept Lazy Larry Lee ever since. I know it's very hot. It's also very humid. But let's see. Oh, good. Right now here, where I live, is -3 Celsius. And by the way, that's not cold here. -3 Celsius is not that cold. Now, when you get -3 Fahrenheit, which we get occasionally, that's cold. But this is just average temperature here for the winter. I hate cold. We got about 3 inches of snow today. I hate snow. Yeah, I have to go out and clean my car off. Then you got to drive in it. You got to walk in it. When I was a kid, I enjoyed it. I played it. Mike and Jen's Journey, how you doing, man? And I'm probably going to change my channel name once I get to the Philippines. Now, if I do, those of you that are subscribed already won't have to do anything. It'll just automatically kick you over. -3 Fahrenheit, even without a wind chill, is cold. Yeah, and talking about the wind chill, with the wind chill, I don't know about right now, but yesterday the wind chill was probably -6 or 7 Celsius. And so, yeah, it just, it just, to me, it's cold. I hate the cold. When I was younger, I used to go out and play in it. You go build snowman, you build snow forts, have snowball fights, you go sledding, all that good stuff as kids. It got you out of school. If there was enough snow, you didn't have to go to school. Yeah, I liked snow when I was a kid. And I'm talking about probably 12 and younger. Let's be honest, even 15 and younger, I still like snow. I like playing in it. But the older I got, the less I played in it. And the less I played it, the more I didn't like it. It wasn't fun. It was just, really, you're right, Tina. The older you get, the cold's worse on our bodies than the heat. I have arthritis, and the cold bothers my arthritis more than the heat ever will. My fingers, I don't think you can see it, but right there, uh, here, here, those are, and here, and it feels like one coming on here. My fingers split open because of the cold. And if you bump it, it feels like a paper cut. If you ever had a paper cut, you know how bad that feels. And when the finger splits open, that's how it feels. And then if you bump it, oh, and no, and that the fingers for the cold runs in my family. So I really got to keep a lot of lotion on my hands, and I need to put more on because if I don't, that's when that stuff starts happening, and it really is just a pain. So I'd rather have the heat and the humidity. I mean, I could sit in air condition, or I could sit in the shade, drink a cold drink, and I don't mean a beer. I mean iced tea, or because I drink my iced tea without sugar, or cold water, or a bottle of pop, or something cool, and just sit there and not do anything. I may sweat, but I'll stay out of the sun. Uh, or if I have to get out, and during the really hot months, you get out early in the morning or later in the evening. You don't get out in the middle of the day. Stay out of that's when it's the hottest. Just stay out of the heat as much as possible. And if you're out in the morning and you're going to be out in the evening, the afternoon, pop into a mall. They have air conditioning. Go to a movie, or go sit down in a coffee shop and watch the people go by. I like watching people. Uh, sit there, and I'll drink a hot cup of coffee, even during the summer. Just like I'll drink a milkshake during the winter. Uh, Hot or cold, if I feel like having that, I'll drink coffee there. It's going to be hot coffee, but I drink my coffee black, which I know a lot of people in the Philippines will find that a little strange. Black, no sugar. Uh, yeah, well, like I said, I'll be there in September, so I plan on still being in Cebu in September. I plan on still being there in September. So if you stop in Cebu in September, let me know. You'll be able to get a hold of me. I'll be there. Uh, like I said, I plan on staying at least 4 months, and that'll be June, July, August, September. That's only about a little over 4 months, and that's staying all the way through September. So I'll be at least there that long, and I may be there till the following uh, April or May. I may go ahead and stay for a year if I can find a place to live in an area that I like. Uh, and I don't mean a place that I want to live forever, just a place that I like. I'll make Cebu my home base until I find where I want to live. And if it's Cebu, great. Then every place I go will just be a visit to see. Either see people or see it because of all the videos I see. Because there are places I want to go check out, whether I want to move there or not. And some of those places have vloggers that I follow. Now, Elo, the vlogger I used to follow there, he's moved outside of Elo, him and his wife, moved out into the province somewhere. And I have no clue where he's at now, so I won't see him. But I still want to check the area out. There's other people that's there, but I really don't follow them. I catch a video of theirs now once in a while. So if I see them, fine, I'll talk to them. But if I don't, it's not going to break my heart. But I do want to go to Elo. I do want to go to Davao. So if anybody's in Davao when I go, we'll get together. There's a couple of vloggers that are one's from Canada and one's from the United States. That Danny has his wife. She lives outside of Davao, a short way outside of Davao. And Jamie, who's from Canada, I don't know if him and Pierre are married, but I know they live together when he's in the Philippines. They live not too far from Danny. So I'll get together with those two guys and their girlfriends or wives, and while I'm in Duval and meet up with them. I'd like to see Duval just to see it. Uh, I do want to see Manila eventually. I want to go to the Grand Canal, the Venice Grand Canal Mall, and I want to go to the World War II cemetery. I want to see Tim in Angeles City and see that World War II cemetery. And I want to go up and visit Crystal and her husband Mark. I want to visit Elvie. So there's some people I want to go visit, but just when I go, I have no clue. I will make it. It just may take me a year or two to do it. I hope to be able to do it in a year to see everybody I want to see. So am I, and I do plan on trying to explore and have fun. I do want to, like I said, there's places I want to see. Like I said, I want to see Dumaguete only because of all the vloggers I followed that lived over there. And I want to go to Valencia, and it's going to be on the weekend because I want to go to the Sunday market. And I really want to go there and see that Sunday market. And some of the vloggers that I followed over there was Rod and his wife and her daughter, Casey. They're still there, but they're no longer vlogging. I'd love to run into them just to see how they're doing. And like I said, there's some other vloggers I follow, but, I'm not going to go over there and hunt them down. If I run into them, that'd be great. I'd love to see them. But they're not ones I'm going to go search out, If I was going to search out any, it would probably be Miss P. I love her stuff. She understands the Western way of thinking and the Filipino way of thinking. So that's from her living outside of the Philippines, and she being a Filipino raised in the Philippines, but she lived outside of the Philippines for quite a while. And so she has a unique understanding of both worlds. So that would be kind of cool to meet up with her. But I'm not going to beg to do it. I mean, we run into each other, we run into each other. And there's a couple other vloggers that are just now got over there. If I see them, fine. One guy, Tudo Travels, name's Chad. He's originally from my home state of Indiana. He's from Lafayette, Indiana, which I was born in Lafayette, but I was raised in Terre Haute, Indiana. So it'd be interesting to run into him, but I think our lifestyles are going to be totally different. I think a lot of our outlook on life is different. It'd still be interesting to see him, talk to him, somebody from back home. And he's lived out of Indiana for a long time. So he was living in Las Vegas when he moved over to the Philippines. He's retired military, so he's been other places. And he's a lot younger than I am. But that's all right. Like I said, it'd be nice to meet up with him, talk to him for a little bit. But yeah, so we're going to do what we can do. And the more I think about it, the more I may ship a package over. Mike married a beautiful woman kind of got me thinking more along that line. I'd kind of ruled it out, but I think I'll check into it a little bit more. And that's what this time frame's for. Figure out what you're going to do. Like that air fryer behind me there. It works, but it's really dirty. I don't know if I'll be able to get it cleaned up enough to sell it. I don't clean it as much as I should. But we'll get it cleaned up some and see what happens. My microwave's still in good shape. Now, the refrigerator's not mine, so I can't sell it. Stove's not mine, can't sell it. That belongs to the apartment complex. But the couch, the chair, the tables, my kitchen table chairs, my shelving units, those are all mine. My Chester drawer, That kind of stuff belongs to me. I'll get whatever I can out of that stuff and take the money and run. Get the apartment cleaned up. Have somebody come in here that's a professional group to come in and clean it because I'm a lousy housekeeper. I've never claimed to be anything but I am a slob. I own up to it. That's why I say when I get over there, I'll have to hire a maid to come in once or twice a week to clean my place. I can do my dishes. I can cook when I want to cook. I don't know how much cooking I'll do, especially when I first get over there. And it depends on if I'm living in a hotel, I probably won't be cooking at all. But we'll see. Like I said, it depends on where I end up at. But I do want a place where I can walk over, get some coffee, maybe a donut or a sandwich. That's close enough. It's like a 10, maybe 15-minute walk. Go get that. Then I can walk back or maybe take a walk somewhere else. If they serve something at the place I'm staying, like let's say I'm in a hotel, maybe I'll go down and get a breakfast buffet or get a lunch or dinner there. But like I said, if I can cook, I'm going to cook once in a while. And I'm going to eat mostly local food. And when I say local, I mean local meats that I'll buy probably from the grocery store and vegetables. In other words, I'm not going to be buying steaks from the United States or from Australia. I may go to those restaurants once in a while. If I'm cooking, I'll buy the local vegetables. I'll go to the store, buy some local chicken or pork, and cook it myself. That kind of stuff. Because like I said, I don't mind cooking so much. I like spam, so I'll probably have some spam, and if I'm cooking, I'll have spam and maybe eggs. I'll get some Pandasol from someplace close by will sell Pandasol. I love warm Pandasol with butter. I know some people just take it without it, but get some warm Pandasol and a cup of coffee. And if I'm having breakfast, maybe a slice or two of spam, fry it up, and eat it with as a sandwich with the Pandasol. I think that would be good. I haven't had Pandasol in a while. If I'd have got out earlier today, well, not this weather, I wouldn't get out. There's a grocery store in Albany that usually has Pandasol. Hey, Simon, how you doing, man? I'm doing well. Give me a minute, Simon. You need a... There you go, Simon. Have a blue jacket. And Simon, if you want to drop your channel link, just type in LLL. It doesn't matter if it's capital or small letters. 3 L's and my Nightbot will drop your link for you. So yeah, like I said, I happen to be a kind of person that I don't mind a small town as long as they got the entertainment I need. But I like being able to walk to some place that I can sit down and enjoy myself. When I lived in Leroy, which is a small town, I could walk to McDonald's. I could walk to, back to that. And when I was smoking, I could walk to the gas station and buy cigarettes. There was a bar that I could walk to if I wanted to have a drink. I could walk there and walk back. I didn't walk to the grocery store too much because carrying the groceries back, but I have walked to the grocery store. It was a little over a mile one way. So you walk there, you go in, you sit down, have a cup of coffee, relax, do your shopping, and then walk back home as long as you're not buying a lot of stuff. But yeah, when I lived on 13th and a half 3rd Avenue in Terre Haute, there was a laundromat a block from me, a grocery store 3 blocks from me, a gas station 3 blocks from me, a Dairy Queen 3 or 4 blocks from me. A bar that I liked was only maybe a mile away. So I could walk there and walk back if I had too much to drink. When I lived in Batavia, I lived at a place on Manhattan Avenue. And there again, there was a mini mart, or a deli actually. It was only a few blocks away. Uh, and I like walking to those kind of places because now if you go get something to drink, it's not a big deal because you walk back, you burn it off. If you or burned off some of it, at least you got some walking in. And so yeah, I've always been enjoyed walking. You know, I'm not a fast walker. I don't walk real fast. Partly because I got short-legged. I'm very short-legged, and I mean very short-legged. And partly because, well, I'm just not. I usually am not in a hurry. I can walk faster than what I usually walk, but I don't have to. And so we really enjoy that. And so yeah, it's just something I enjoy doing, and I hope to be able to, wherever I live, I want to be able to walk some places. That's why I don't want to live out in the province. Where am I walking to? I mean, yeah, you can get out and go for a walk, but I like walking somewhere, getting there, spending some time, either interacting with people, having a soda or a cup of coffee, uh, and then walking back, and not being in a hurry either way. And that's what I enjoy doing. And so, I look forward to finding a place like that in the Philippines. I know where I'm going to be staying at in that hotel I'm going to be staying at. That has places I can walk to. And so that I look forward to. It's going to have places I can walk to probably no more than 15 minutes for my entertainment. There's places to be closer. So I really do look forward to that. And I hope to, find my happy place. Like I said, whether it's Cebu or somewhere else, I don't know. Uh, it may be Valencia. It may be Angeles or Clark. It may be Iloilo. It may be Dumaguete. It could be Davao. Uh, it could be someplace just outside of Manila. Because to be honest with you, I don't think I can afford to live in Manila. But outside of it, yeah, I can afford to live outside of it. And who knows, maybe I'll end up down in the Subic Bay area where I was at in the Navy. I don't know. And, but yeah. And yeah, it's, to me, that's what I'm looking forward to. Uh, Getting there, getting settled in, and then exploring some places. And like I said, I may already know that I want to stay in Cebu before I go explore those places. I still want to go explore them, just because I've seen them so many videos on them. And I already may know that I don't want to stay in Cebu by the time I start exploring. I just don't know. And that's what I'm saying. That's the excitement I feel. And then meeting a lot of you guys. I hope to meet a lot of you guys. I think I'll enjoy that too. Uh, and I will be doing some videos. I have a sister and a brother-in-law and some nephews that follow me. I'm not sure if my niece does or not, but her mom does. So but this way they can see what I'm up to, what I'm doing. And that could be more for that. I'm not really that interested in growing my channel real large. I'm not really that interested in trying to get. Hey, Jolene, how you doing? I'm not that interested in trying to get monetized. Now that may change. That could change over time. I may decide I want to get monetized. But right now, I'm not that interested in it. I'm more interested in uh, doing a life video. This is my life, so my family and friends can see what I'm doing, and then you guys can also watch, and maybe some other people will join in. And but yeah, like I said, said it earlier. There's a good chance I'll change the name of my channel, but everybody that's already subscribed will just kick you over. You won't have to do anything; it'll automatically do it for you. It'll either change my name on your uh, thing there, or when you click in on my Lazy Larry Lee channel, it'll kick you into my new channel. And it's the same channel, just be different name. I'm seriously thinking about changing it to Triple L in Paradise. I don't want to say Triple L in Cebu because who knows how long I'm going to stay. So if I just say Paradise, let's say I decide I want to move to, let's go Vietnam. Let's say I decide I want to move to Vietnam. I don't have to change the name again. It's still Paradise. I can just still call it Paradise. Uh, I don't see myself doing that. I'm just saying in case it doesn't matter where I live over in the area of the Southeast Asia. I can just call it Paradise, so I can change the name once and not worry about. Well, no, it's no longer Triple L in Cebu. Now it's Triple L in Bye Bye, or Triple L in Davao, or it's just Triple L in Paradise. So I think I'll do that. I thought about being Triple L in the Philippines. But there again, like I said, that's one extra word, and where paradise, just in paradise, works better, just as well, if not better. So that's what I'm looking at doing. So, all right, Michelle, it should pop up here in a moment. My Nightbot's not the fastest thing ever, but it does work. Now, Tina, I guess you weren't that late after all, are you? I was planning on shutting it down by the time Tina came in, but things have picked up, so it doesn't make sense to shut it down. But so yeah, give me a moment, folks. Sorry, I had to sneeze, but this I got a fan blowing right on me. And, but yeah, it's I don't know how much longer I'm going to be going. Tina, like I said, we've been going almost 2.5 hours now. I was going to shut it down just a little over an hour because things were kind of slow. But oh, that let's see if I can get that without that. Now that frame right there, I'll probably keep that framed and take that with me. That is a map of Indiana that my oldest sister crocheted for me, and she had it framed like that. So I'll probably take that just the way it is. Now, like I said, there's some other stuff. If I got the negatives, I'll just get rid of the pictures and take the negatives. But some of them I don't have the negatives, so I have to take the pictures. Like I got a family photo of the whole family, all 7 kids and both my parents. This was not too. This is when I was still with my brother. My older brother and I both were in the Navy, and we were home from the Navy on vacation at the same time, or as we called it in the Navy, leave. We were home on leave. It was Christmas of '73. My brother was being transferred from Pearl Harbor, Hawaii to San Diego. He was changing from his ship. He was getting stationed onto mine. He pulled brother duty. He went home first before he reported on board my ship, which he was allowed to do. And I went home because I hadn't been home for a while. And this is the last time I wanted snow. So I went home hoping for snow. And with snow, we got about, I don't know, 6 inches to a foot of snow. and I had to walk everywhere. Hello, Marie. How you doing? Marie, you're muted. Take your thing off mute. You can't talk. Marie, do you? All right, now you're not muted. Go ahead, talk.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm good. Just
Yeah,
because
uh,
I'm in the
speak
elevator.
up a little bit. How you doing?
Give me a sec. I'm in the elevator. I'm good. How are you?
Uh, there you go. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm in the elevator. Give
Oh,
me a sec.
okay. So now, where are you at right now, Tina? Where you at right now?
I'm in the
Besides the elevator, I mean, where are you located? Are you still in Canada
Bangkok.
or Bangkok? All right. I knew you were going overseas soon, so you're already over. That's good. So,
Yeah, I've been here for about a month now.
yeah. Now, when are you going to make Japan?
In April.
April. Okay. I know that. I know you're going over there to see your son, so that's good.
Okay. Sorry.
What?
I'm staying on the 27th floor, so I
Yeah.
just got off the elevator. So, thank you.
Uh,
Rosie.
well, the
So,
hotel. I'm going to say the hotel I'll be at. I don't think has that many floors. It's
yeah,
okay
this
with me if they
hotel,
do.
this is the Airbnb.
Yeah.
It's like a condo, and there's 35 floors. So, just thought I'd just say hi.
I
Blessed
appreciate you
Sunday.
coming up, but like I said,
Yeah.
it is. I am really starting to get anxious, and I mean it in a good way.
Mm.
When I say anxious, I'm ready to get going. And not anxious. Oh, no, I'm not. No, it's,
No, you're
it's
getting excited.
well, anxious. It'll be excited when I get to May.
Mm. Oh, for
you know,
sure.
yeah. The closer it gets, the more exciting I'll get. But right now, it's anxious because I still have. I'm anxious because I'm ready to go, but I got so much to do yet.
Yeah,
As I look,
because that's
I, like I said, I'm
what you're
looking
building.
around and I can see all the stuff I still got to take down and put away or decide to, well, throw this away because I can replace it, or I have to take this. I still have to go buy the protectors for the pictures. So I'll need to go buy somewhere and see what kind of protectors I can get for the pictures to keep them from getting tore up and shipping. And whether I ship it with me, take it on my check luggage, or ship it. It's still got to be protected from being tore up. You get some protective sleeves, and like I
Okay,
got a
so
good
you're thinking of, Larry, you're thinking of mailing your stuff to the Philippines?
some of
Your
it, not
household?
all of it. Most of it I'll take with me. I'm thinking about
Okay.
I'm thinking about shipping one box.
Like a balikbayan box?
Yeah,
Yeah, that takes about 2 to 3 months.
yeah, I know. I checked on
And it's
that
cheaper.
already. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it, but I'm leaning towards doing it right now because there's some things that my mom made for me. I got this an Afghan that she knitted for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I've had that for, oh God, well over 30 years. And so,
Okay, Larry, the thing is, you haven't been to the Philippines recently, right?
no, not recently, no.
Okay, I think it's right now you should base your plans as if you're there temporarily. Don't bring everything over because it's just a hassle to bring it
Well,
back if it
whatever I
doesn't
don't
work
bring,
out.
I'm getting rid of.
just rent yourself a storage unit for now.
No, I'm not doing that. I don't plan on coming
Because
back here where I'm at all.
yeah, that's what you're saying now. But what if things
No,
things
I'm
happen?
saying what
Maybe you
if
don't
it
rent
doesn't work
there.
out? I'm not coming back to this area at all. Period.
You're not going back to the States.
Well, if I go back to the States, I'm not coming anywhere near where I'm at.
Okay. See, the thing is, things have
But
changed so
what
much.
I'm saying is, I'm going to get rid of everything I got
Okay.
because wherever I go, I don't want to put it in storage for however long and then have to come back and get rid of it when I know I'm not coming back here anyway.
Hmm.
So, I'll just, whatever I need, I'll buy when I come back if I need it. I may have to buy maybe a bed and a chair and then something else later, but I can live that way. I don't care. I've done that before. Uh, I promised myself, and I'm going to stick to this. I promised myself I would stay for over a year. Okay. That means if I don't like Cebu, I can go other places and check them out. It's just like here in the States, and same probably in Canada. Uh, Toronto's not the same as Vancouver, which is not the same as Montreal. Uh, you know, each area is different. All right. Uh, what goes on, the things to do, uh, even the people are going to be a little different. And that's the same thing here in the States. I've lived in California. I lived in Washington State. I'm from Indiana. I've lived in Illinois. I'm now out in New York City, New York State. I've lived in Buffalo, between Buffalo and Rochester. Now I'm down here by Albany. It's different everywhere in the places. I had a friend that lived in Erie, Pennsylvania. I stayed there quite a while, quite a bit. Uh, they're all different, and I if it was affordability, if I could afford it, San Diego's a great place, but I can't afford San Diego. Uh, Indiana, all these other places I mentioned, they get except for Washington State. While I was right on the coast, it didn't get that cold, but it's not cheap. And the area I lived at was not a lot to do. It was very dead. I lived in a little place called Pacific Beach, Washington, or Pac Beach, Washington, which actually, like I said, was Pacific Beach, but we just called it Pac Beach. It was a town of about 500 people. And there was nothing but loggers, Native Americans, and the naval base. That was it all year round. Now, there was a lot of hotels and motels in the area because it was one of the best beaches in the United States for clam digging. And during clam season, there was a minimum of 5,000 people in that town every day. And those hotels and motels survived off the clam season.
So you're well traveled. I understand
Yeah,
that, all
yeah,
right?
yeah. Like I said, it's uh, it just everywhere you go is a little different.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for a place that I will like, and I got to give myself time to find it. It may be Cebu,
Take your time. Take your time. Take your
but
time,
it
my
may not.
friend.
Yeah, but like I said, it may be in Cebu City, but it may not be. And but like I said, I'm going to get this deal done. That's going to take 3 to 4 months. Uh, Maybe not, but I mean, I got to give myself time to find a place that I feel comfortable having them do the work, then getting the
Mhm.
work done. That's going to be a few weeks at least once they start. And then, like I said, there's a lot of places that I've seen videos on that I want to check out. I'm not a provincial or province. I'm not a province person. A small town with entertainment like Dumaguete would be okay. Maybe
Mhm.
it may be too small, but it may be perfect. But then again, Cebu might be perfect. I may want to live right outside of Manila. Uh, I won't know until I check these places out. And I promised myself minimum of 1 year, and I want to do at least a year and a half.
Are you serious?
And so to store that stuff for that long to me is not worth it because I've had the furniture for over 5 years, or well, almost 5 years. Uh, so it's I'll just find a place that has a refrigerator and a stove. I'll go to a used furniture place, buy a kitchen table. Uh, you can buy a brand new bed for under $1,000. Uh, Hell, the bed I got, I only paid. I don't think it was maybe $700-800 counting frame and mattress. Uh, so it's a foam bed. I sleep on a foam
Hmm.
bed, and it's a metal high-rise platform bed. No box springs. I don't need a box springs. It's the platform. You let you store stuff underneath the bed, and I got a sleeper sofa and an electric recliner. And I won't get a sleeper sofa again. Forget that. I'll get a recliner and a sofa. And that'll be after that. I'm set. I won't need much more than that. Kitchen table, some chairs, a place for a couple of people to sit, and a bed to sleep on, and a chest of drawers.
Okay.
That's all I really need. Anything over that I may get, but I won't need it. And some of that I can buy. Like I said, I can buy at used furniture place
Yeah,
or
it's
buy
cheap.
buy
Most
on
furniture
term.
stuff's cheap.
You
It's so
know,
good.
like I said,
Yeah.
I bought my furniture on terms. Bought it brand new. They gave me a year and a half to pay for it, and it'd be the same as cash. I had it paid off in 13 months. But then I was working as well, so I just nailed that bill. I just paid more than I had to every month to make sure it was paid off on time. And I'll do the same thing. And as far as being broke, I've been broke so many times in my life. I got more money now than I've ever had at one time. I'm, you know, Only because I decided I wanted to move to the Philippines and I had to save money. I mean, I've never been afraid to go in debt, but I am now because I'm going to quit working. And so I got to save money up so I can afford to move. And I have no plans on hanging on to anything. And if I don't take it with me, I'm getting rid of it. And that's why I'm thinking about sending that box. I'll send that Afghan my mother made me. Uh, I've got a blanket that I have from my Navy days. I've had that blanket for almost 50 years. It's not going with me. It's not worth it. I'll get rid of it even though I've had it that long. Uh, I've got all these movies, and I used to have a lot more. I got rid of over half my movies, but I still got about 100 movies. And I had one time over 300, and so I'll narrow it down more, and we'll see. Uh, but if I don't send a box, I won't take any of the movies. They're all gone. Yes, Ronald. And by the way, you're on mute again. You're on mute. There
I'm
you go.
I'm mute.
Yeah, yeah,
Are you
old
saying I'm
Ronald.
cute? Am I cute or mute?
Yeah. But like I said,
I'm just
I'm gonna have to
taking
take a
you.
picture of me with Jollibee.
Here's another one. This one's my favorite.
Yeah,
Here
there
we
you
go.
go.
Hi.
Sit beside him.
Hi. Hi
There
there.
you go. That's the one I would
He's
take a
got it
picture
right
with.
on me. Ooh.
Yeah. But my favorite American fast food hamburger place, the ones that are probably overseas, would be Burger King. I like the frame roll burger better than the fried ones. But my favorite. Now, have you ever had Five Guys?
Yep.
I like Five Guys best. Five Guys is a really good place to have a hamburger.
It's so
It-
expensive.
oh yeah, it's not cheap, but they are better. Now, if you get a single, they're not too bad. But if you get the doubles, they're not cheap. I just had a bacon cheeseburger earlier in the week. I get one about every week to every other week. Now I get pizza so often, I call up. They know what I want. I had pizza for supper tonight, and so yeah, I call up. And they tell me my address, and then they ask me what I want because there's a couple of different things I want. But when I say pizza, they know small white pizza. That's what I want. If I want a ham sandwich, they know what I want on it. Uh, so I just because I usually order from the pizza place once or twice a week. So whether it's a pizza or whether it's the ham sandwich, well, I get the pizza every week. The ham sandwich might be every other week. And but yeah, it's I, like I said, there are certain conveniences here in the United States I'm going to miss. Uh, you almost never hear out of stock or out. We're out of that. That's a rarity here in the states. Uh, but that's all right. It's something I'll have to get used to. I do have that. I do have patience. I've been told many people think I have too much patience. I can sit online for a long time waiting on somebody to answer. And hey, Jaylene, thanks for coming. ABC's sending the raid. We appreciate it. Elvis sending the raid too, huh? All right. But yeah, so it's just oh wow. Trying to change up my habit. I've been drinking a lot of pop, Coke Zero, but I did not buy any more this week, so I'm going to try to quit drinking Coke Zero here at home. I'll drink it at work. That's like 4 a week when I'm at work. I have it at lunchtime. It's either that or I got to start taking more stuff in to drink from home and like more coffee. But I go through coffee don't last me long at all. I drink a 16-ounce cup of coffee in no time. 12, excuse me, 12 ounce. I wish it was 16. And the same thing here at home. I drink 2 12-ounce cups of coffee in no time. But yeah, we're just trying to get everything going and getting everything So it's a blast. But yeah, like I said, I'm sending my pictures over. But a lot of my other stuff won't be going. There'll be more going if I do the box. So I'm thinking about the box. It takes like you said, about 3 months or more to do the box by sea. But if you try to do it by air, it's an ungodly amount of money. I checked on that, and I will not send it by air. So I'll either send it by sea or won't send it at all. But, so that's just what we're doing. And Jane's wanting to get hers out there. There you go, Hannah. All right. You got a little over 800 more than I have. So I'm a small-time vlogger. I just
Hey, Bernie, guess how much it cost me for 2 combo meals?
what there?
McDonald's on McDonald's.
Let's say $6.
For 2 combo meals?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
2 fries, 2 large fries, 2 large drinks.
How
Okay,
much is it?
just to let you know, in Canada, it'll cost us about $15 to $20.
Okay, you're talking about. I was talking about there where you're at.
Yeah, and here in Bangkok, if I convert it, it's $8 for 2
Okay, I was
combos.
off. I said 6. But yeah, $8. Yeah.
Yeah, for 2 full meals. That's
That,
American.
oh yeah, like I said, that's not bad at all.
It's cheap here, but I think Vietnam is cheaper.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
So we'll see. We'll be there next month in
all right.
Vietnam. Yeah, we're here in Bangkok. Well, outside Bangkok for another month.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway,
I
I'm
don't.
gonna go. Have to go.
I thought about moving. I looked when I first started thinking about moving overseas. I started checking out videos on Thailand and the Philippines, and I well, evidently y'all know I chose the Philippines, but I there was many different reasons for it. Not the least of which was the ease of being able to get around the Philippines because people speak English as a second language. Snow Babies Bear, how you doing? Uh, the Snow Babies Bear, where are you located at? This is the first time I've noticed you being here, and so where you at, Snow Babies Bear? Oh, all right. Well, you follow ABCM. Let me do this for you. So you don't feel lonely. There's a blue jacket for you. So welcome to the chat. I don't know if you noticed the name. It's 121 days. So what did I name this one? 121 days till takeoff. Okay. What that is about is I'm 121 days. I'll be leaving from Albany, New York, on my way to Cebu City, Philippines. My plan is to stay in Cebu from anywhere from 4 months to a year. I will travel around and check out some other places. I'm retiring in early April from work. I'm going to retire, and I'm going to take a long, extended vacation retirement trip to the Philippines. And if I find a place I really like, I will stay in the Philippines. This is an exploratory trip. I promised myself that I would take at least a year to a year and a half to make my decision. I'll start in Cebu. I have some things I want to do. I have this method. I'm going to get that work done in Cebu. And then there's some areas I want to check out. I may decide I really like Cebu and stay there, but I still want to check these other areas out. So I will do some traveling around the Philippines. Looking at areas that I've seen blogs of that I've found interesting, attractive to me for one reason or another. Let's take Iloilo. They have the river walk, which is very clean. The river is very clean. Nice spacious area to walk. You can ride your bicycle, but there's not supposed to be any cars. I think they might let delivery vehicles down it, but it's not for traffic. So it's a very safe place to walk. Also, if you want to ride bicycles, they have a divided area that you can ride your bicycle that traffic can't get into. So it's very walkable, really bicycle friendly area, very clean. So I find that interesting. I like to see that. Davao first attracted my attention because at the time they were the only one that had 911 system for medical emergencies. I find that attractive. But there's other people that I found that live close to there that I'd like to visit with. So I'm going to visit there. And I may decide I like it enough to stay there. Who knows? Like I said, Dumaguete, Valencia area is an area I'd like to check out as well. I know some people that live on the island of Leyte, so I'd like to check out some areas there. Uh, I want to check out the Manila area sometime. I especially want to see the Venice Grand Canal Mall. They also have a World War II cemetery there for the uh, well, the Americans, the Filipinos, and other Canadians and other groups that fought in the Battle of Manila. I'd like to go see that cemetery. Huge. They take real good care of it. I know somebody that lives in the Angeles City area. I want to go visit him. And there's another American cemetery in that area, so I'll go see that. Uh, there's people that I know that live in other areas. When I say I know through YouTube that live in different other areas. I like to go see uh, and go visit with them. So I plan on visiting a few other areas. And like I said, I really am thinking about where I want to stay. I'm hoping I like it enough to live over there. It's for me, it'll be very affordable. Uh, I'm not high end expat. In other words, I don't have the money that some expats have. But I'm not going to be the low end expat either. I'll be somewhere towards the middle, probably the lower side of the middle, but somewhere in the middle. Which means I'll be able to afford to live in most of these areas. I won't be able to live in BGC. I don't think I can afford that. If I could, I couldn't do much of anything else. And I do want to travel some. One of the requirements that I have for places that I'm willing to live in is a decent hospital. And I mean decent by American standards. I don't mean top of the line. Top of the line would be Manila. Cebu would probably be close to the top of the line. Those two both have really good hospitals that would be more than meet the qualifications that I would want. Dumaguete has a good hospital, from my understanding, a couple of them. Iloilo's got at least one good one that I know of. So, I mean, there's a lot of places with good hospitals. Those are usually the bigger cities, are cities with colleges that have a medical school. So those are the areas I'll look at mostly for settling down in. I'm not a province boy. I'm getting too old for that. And even when I was younger, I'm not a province boy. I like big towns or small cities. Cebu would be a large city. When I was younger, I would love a large city. I just don't know if I would now. So yeah, I plan on going over and having a good time. And when I say good time, I mean traveling around, enjoying my retirement, going sightseeing. I don't mean chasing after women. I'm not going over there for that. That's not why I'm going. I'm going for the weather, the affordability compared to my rent is going up in March by $400. Yeah, I had to think it was 3 or 4. It's $400. That is well over 20,000 pesos. What is that about? Almost 25,000 pesos is what it's going up per month. In April, it will go up another, what's that? $100, which is what, 6,000 pesos, something like that, maybe more. Let me see. Yeah, about another 60,000 pesos. And so in 2 months, my rent's going to go up about $500. That is more than what I really want to spend for an apartment in the Philippines if I can find it. So that's how much I'm going to be paying extra compared to what I've been paying. It was going to go up $300 a month anyway if I'd have signed a year lease. That's all it would have gone up. But I don't want to work another year. So in April, I will finish working. I will sell off all my stuff that I don't take with me. Get my apartment cleaned out, get it cleaned up, turn my keys in, go back to Indiana, visit my family in Indiana, come back to New York, visit some family I have not too far from here, come back to here, visit some friends, then fly out on May 18th to go into Cebu City. On the 19th, in the morning of the United States, but in the evening, nighttime in Cebu, I'll land in Cebu City. And I have my hotel, 2 hotel rooms set up, 2 for one at one hotel when I first get there. Then I'll transfer to another one for 8 days and start looking for a place to live. I plan on living in Cebu minimum 4 months. And I'm thinking about 1 year, signing a 1 year lease. If I find a place I really like. And then I can travel around and use that my home base and leave most of my stuff there when I leave. Now, naturally, my money will always go with me, all that good stuff. And so, we'll see what we're going to do, and we'll try to enjoy my time there. And like I said, I will stay there long enough to make my decision. I promised myself a minimum of a year and a half to figure out if I want to stay in the Philippines for good. And if not, I'll come back to the States, set up somewhere warm here in the States. I may have to stay somewhere cold. I got relatives that told me I could live with them if I come back to set myself up. So I'm not too worried about that. But it shouldn't take me too long to get myself set back up. I'll go somewhere where it's warm. Hey, Kevin, how you doing, man? Now, Kevin here is going back to the Philippines right around the same time I am. Now, he's married to a Filipina. Him, his wife, and their son, Fritz, are going back. Now, I'm not sure, Kevin, is just the 3 of you going back or what's going on? And so, yeah. Kevin's getting ready to retire himself. I'm doing well, man. I'm counting down the days. Like I was telling somebody else, I'm getting rid of everything I own because I'm not coming back here. Even if I come back to the States, I'm not coming back here. I promised myself to spend at least a year to a year and a half in the Philippines trying to find a place that I like. And if I do that, I'm not coming back. I'm done. So we're taking our time there. Yeah. I got, like I said, 121 days from now is when I leave. 121 days. I retire early April. I'll sell everything off that I can, get rid of everything else. Then I'll go back to Indiana, visit my family in Indiana, come back, visit some family up around Batavia, New York, then come back down here to Albany, New York, visit some friends, sell my car, and take that money, put it in the bank, and then I'll book out of here on the 18th, early morning, a little after 6 in the morning, which means I'm going to have to get up around 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning because I want to be there by 4. I want to get there at least a couple hours early in case there's any trouble. And then I'll boogie out of there. I got to fly from Albany, New York to Chicago, Illinois. And then from Chicago, Illinois to Montreal, Canada. from Montreal, Canada to Tokyo, Japan, and then from Tokyo, Japan into Subic City. Yes, we have, Kevin. I won't tell you how old I am. I'm older than you, and probably by quite a bit. I don't look my age, but I'm up there. But yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to call it. I waited late into life to start saving for money, decide what I want. Because when I was younger, I never thought I'd live to be this old. I never really did. I lived my life like I wasn't going to live real long. I wouldn't live to retirement. So when I got to retirement age, I was nowhere near ready for it. But I had a blast. I mean, I went in and out of debt so much. I traveled and went to places. And part of that's because my father went on total disability when he was 47. I was about 12 years old, maybe 13. And I was 12, going on 13 when he went on total disability, but I was 12. And he went from 258 pounds down to 150 in 3 months. I mean, he lifted something wrong, tore him up, and he never worked again. He could never go anywhere without knowing where the bathroom was at. And he once said, that if he was faking his injury, he could enjoy his retirement. But he wasn't enjoying it because, he was injured and he was sick and he just couldn't go anywhere and do anything. Really, he was without knowing where the bathroom was at. I mean, he had no control of his bathroom movements. And we always had to keep a change of clothes out in the car in case he didn't make it. And so that really affected me when I was younger. And so when I got older, it's like, why put this off? I may not be able to enjoy it later. Go into debt now, pay for it later. And then, you had a good time, so what? And then something else came around, go into debt again and pay for it later. And that's the way I lived my life. And so that's what I did. And for years, and I always freaked people out that knew me, that they just couldn't understand how debt didn't bother me. I mean, I could go $20,000 in debt to do something and not care. I'd pay it off. I mean, I'd be broke for quite a while, but that was fine. Did I enjoy myself? Did I have a good time doing what I wanted to do? That's all that mattered to me, So like I said, I never thought well, you got to save for later so you can enjoy yourself. Because of what, like I said, with my father went through, I didn't think that way. Now most people did, but I didn't. And that's including a lot of my family. A lot of my sisters all thought that way. That save for later, do it later. I just wasn't that way. Now, granted, a couple of my sisters had jobs that their jobs helped them because of their retirement plans. I had two sisters were able to retire at 55 because of their jobs. One was a Teamster. She worked 35 years as a Teamster. She retired at 55. The other sister worked for the government, and she retired at 55. Now, she worked part-time until she was 62. All right, Kevin, take care, man. I'm going to close up here in just a few minutes anyway. I've been going a long time. Did you drop the 3 L's to get your channel link out there, buddy? I think you did, but if you didn't, yeah, you did, I think. Yeah, you did. All right, good. Hopefully you'll pick up a follower or two. All right, everybody. I think I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down. I've been going over 3 hours. I was thinking about shutting down. It was just a little over an hour So almost 2 hours ago, I was thinking about shutting it down. But all right, Michelle, I hope to see you there in Cebu sometime after I get there. You and Hannah Jane and Mertz and a couple others. Either get together as a group or get together individually. We'll do something. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down. I want to thank you all for coming. I truly appreciate your support and for coming in and giving me views. Remember now, take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Plus, have fun. Bye, everybody. Take care.